We are standing by for some breaking news out of Boise, a news conference with Boise police as they continue to search for a missing 5-year-old boy, his name Matthew. This is now the second news conference we've had today. We had one about 11 o'clock this morning when Boise police was giving us an update on their efforts overnight to find this young man, 5-year-old Matthew Glenn, a nonverbal autistic child that walked away from his birthday party last night at about 5:45. He was reported missing in the area of State Street in Alamosa, that is down the road from State and VMP. He was last seen wearing Batman pajamas that were gray with a yellow collar. Again, about 11 o'clock this morning when we heard from Boise police investigators as well as Boise Fire, they were telling us that over the last 15, 16 hours, investigators have been leading an effort all the way down to Eagle, Idaho, where they have been searching through waterways, neighborhoods, wooded areas, asking the community to check any Ring doorbell camera, as this missing 5-year-old has not been seen by anyone since at least about 5:30 yesterday. We're going to get now to the news conference with the Boise Chief of Police, Ron Winegar.
Again, with an update. Some very sad news to share with you at this time. About an hour and a half ago, members of the search crew have found Matthew's body. We believe it to be Matthew. Certainly, there will be confirmations to be made, and notifications have been made at this time to immediate family. But sadly, Matthew was found in a canal about a half a mile north of us in this area. So it is heartbreaking to have such a conclusion to this effort when we had so hoped to find Matthew alive and well. But we very much appreciate all of our partners, all of those who have come out to help, both from governmental agencies as well as Idaho Mountain Search and Rescue. They were integral in this search. A member of their search party, accompanied by a Boise police officer, were the ones who discovered Matthew's body. So at this time, we don't have a lot more information to share, but the investigation is ongoing, and all of the other arrangements and things that need to take place will be taking place over the next few hours. And that really concludes our search part of the investigation. So sadly, that is not the news I'd hoped to share with you when we last spoke, but it is the reality of where we are right now. Any questions?
I know this is tough. You obviously told the mother and the family. Do you have officers and or counselors with her right now?
We do have personnel with her and with the family. Our victim witness coordinators have been here and in contact with her throughout the ordeal, but they are definitely with her right now and helping through that process. Obviously, everyone involved is distraught, and it's a very difficult time for them, so we would certainly ask for privacy for them at this point, but we also recognize that this impacts members of our community as well. We have had lots of people coming and showing up and calling and asking how they can help and what they can do. So we appreciate all of the outpouring from this community in this event. But we would ask now is just the beginning of the time for healing, which may take a very long time, certainly under these circumstances.
There was no doubt a very comprehensive and thorough response with all the search crews. Is that different than years past? Have we seen kind of a response that protocols grow?
Certainly, every situation's a little bit different, and we always try to learn from everything that we do. But this, I believe, is a search commensurate with the circumstances, and it's what we believe is appropriate, and we wanted to pull out all the stops that we had, all the resources we could put into play, obviously in hopes of finding Matthew. The waterways were obviously a significant concern from the very beginning, and so we've focused a lot of our efforts and a lot of our search efforts in that area. But sadly, that is where Matthew's life was taken in the water.
Chief, is there any reason to believe
that this was anything other than a tragic accident?
At this point, it does not have any indications of foul play. We don't have any indications there was anything in play other than a tragic accident. Certainly, we will continue the investigation and be thorough in everything that we do related to this. But at this point, we do not have anything to indicate anything other than an accident. Yeah.
I know crews were searching two different canals. Which one of the canals was the body found in?
I have to be honest, I did not hear which canal it was. I just heard that it was about a half a mile to our north. So.
I don't know when a good time, Chief, is to talk about canal safety. We spoke after the press conference about we have close to 500 miles of canals that stretch out through this valley from Lake, all the way from Bowl to Lucky Peak.
Yes.
Yeah, the dangers of these waterways, you cannot overemphasize the safety around this fast-moving and cold water.
Sadly, this is not the first time that we have lost a life in the valley here related to water, and it unfortunately will probably not be the last, but we strongly encourage everyone to be cognizant, be aware. Those waterways are not playgrounds and they are not recreational areas for sure. Obviously that wasn't the case in this situation, but a general reminder to everyone, please be careful. They are not a place to play. Please always be doubly cautious and watch small children. And again, not to indicate that there was anything other than a tragic accident in this. Anyone who is a parent, myself included, knows how quickly that children of any age can get away from you and be beyond your control. But it's just frankly a terrible reminder of how consequential those types of things can be. And again, our hearts are broken for this family, for our community, and our prayers and thoughts are with them at this time. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, a heartbreaking development. Boise Police Chief Ron Winegar has announced that in the search for 5-year-old Matthew Glenn, they unfortunately did find a body in a canal about a half mile from where Matthew went missing, again, near the area of State Street and Alamosa. The police chief there thanking all the agencies and the community for helping over the last 15, 16 hours since Matthew had been reported missing about 5:45 yesterday evening. Again, not a whole lot to say at this point. The chief of police telling us that this is a tragic accident. They don't believe there's any foul play involved at this time. And there was a warning, the big talking point here is that little kids can go missing in a moment's notice. And so these fast-moving canals, these fast water-moving areas are very, very dangerous this time of year as irrigation season comes to an end. They may look docile, but these canals can move very quickly. Again, thank you to the community from the chief of police and to all the agencies out there for the assistance they got from the entire community across the area. Of course, Garden City, Ada, Meridian State Police, Idaho Mountain Rescue all have been working the last several hours to try to help. We learned that Matthew, who they believe is Matthew, was found about 90 minutes ago, again in a canal about a half mile north of where that news conference was, close to where Matthew was reported missing off of State Street in Boise. That is all we have for you right now. We will continue to follow this story into the afternoon. Again, we'll have everything updating in real time at ktvb.com, and then we will see you first coming up on the 208 at 5 p.m.